Your retirement income plan is one of the most critical elements to a successful retirement. And yet many people don't ever build it out. They just sort of apply their retirement income haphazardly. That's an enormous mistake. I want you to avoid. What's an ideal retirement income plan look like? I got that more coming up. A long time ago now, maybe 10 years, Kevin Korhorn and I were in Arizona for work, and we were getting done. I think that time, it was maybe 4:30, 5:30, something like that. Well, Kevin had this grand idea. Hey, let's go hike Camelback Mountain. I don't know if you've ever been, and it's beautiful, and I get it. I didn't have a lot of experience at the time, but we get out there about, I don't know, middle of the evening, and we start the hike up. And I wouldn't say it's busy, but there's others out there, and we start going. And as we're going, yeah, if you've ever hiked it, then you might say, Mike, stop being a baby. But I'm just going to tell you, on the way up, there were just a few pretty narrow pathways where you're looking down, and it's, for someone afraid of heights, it's a little nerve-wracking. And we keep going up, and the sun's going down, and I'm like, hey, Kevin, hey, how far are we going, buddy? And he sort of ignored me. And, a few, minutes later, maybe 15, 20 minutes later, I'm like, hey, how long are we going here? And he's like, oh, yeah. I mean, we got plenty of time. And the sun's continuing to fall, and it's certainly dusk. And I'm like, and listen, we're going some of these narrow pathways. I'm like, if I can't see this on the way back down, this is going to be treacherous and life-threatening. Finally, thankfully, I convinced him, listen, we need to turn around. And yeah, we navigated on the way down some of those narrow pathways where it was still barely light out, like just dusk enough so that we could see it. By the time we reached the kind of final descent of the hike, it was dark out. And so thankfully the path was a little bit wider then, but I'm just going to go out on, and just on record and say I was nervous. Now, you veterans might say, hiking Camelback, Mike, that's a piece of cake. Go to a real mountain. Okay, just consider me a baby. But guys, there's an analogy here when it comes to your retirement. Most people focus so much on the journey up, and that's where I'm at right now. And I care very much about saving 15% of my income, and investing it appropriately and aggressively, because the climb up the mountain is very, very exhilarating and exciting, and so on. Many people then fail to recognize that the journey down the mountain is just as critical, maybe even like this Camelback example at dusk or darkness could be even more treacherous. Not as exciting, but more critical even than the way up. What I'm talking about with retirement is having a proper retirement income plan. Now, I don't know the unique situation that you have, and that's why every single video I'm going to be preaching, you've got to work with a certified financial planner who knows all 6 areas of your financial life and how they intersect together, because your financial situation is wildly unique to your goals and your situation. You've got to build out a retirement income plan that is consistent to your unique goals and your unique financial situation. And yet, if I could paint with a broad brush, you might not have all of these elements, but if I could paint with a broad brush an ideal retirement income plan, it would include these 3 elements. The first, and the bedrock, the foundation for most people's retirement income plan, is going to be Social Security, right? And that's why we tell you, yeah, you got to optimize Social Security. For many people, that's going to be drawing it as soon as you retire and turning it on right away. But some people, it may make sense to delay a couple of months even until the next tax year to do some tax planning, maybe a couple of years to optimize it for maybe a spouse, or maybe all the way until age 70 to optimize for the long term and maybe a survivorship situation. But Social Security is so critical, and it's really the foundation of the retirement income pyramid, because Social Security accomplishes the 3 retirement income goals that are universal, that apply to all of us. You want the income to last, your retirement income, you want it to last as long as you need it to. So Social Security is going to last your entire life. 2, you want it to keep up with inflation. And yeah, even though it's a crude calculation, yes, there is a cost of living adjustment, a COLA, that applies to Social Security. And 3, you want your retirement income to be consistent and stable no matter whether the market's going through some volatility or not. Social Security provides all 3 of those, accomplishes all 3 of those goals, and that's why it's foundational to your retirement income plan. So work with your CFP on your retirement income, what your needs are, your 5-factor plan, and include in that, how are you going to optimize Social Security for your situation? So that's the first layer. Most of us, almost all of us, will have that. The second layer is diminishing fast. But ideally, again, in an ideal retirement income scenario, you've got this second layer, and that is another form of fixed and guaranteed income in retirement. Many people in the past had a pension, okay? And that pension sort of provided for this. And it wasn't, for many, wasn't a significant amount, but maybe it was another $1,000 or $1,500, maybe $500 a month on top of your Social Security. Again, why is this important? Well, number one, that pension is likely to last, it's going to last for your entire lifetime. It's going to pay out for your entire lifetime. There may not be a cost of living adjustment. Those, many pensions got rid of that a long time ago as pensions came under pressure. So most of them, it's a flat amount. You're going to draw the same amount at age 80 as you did at 65. It's not going to adjust with inflation, but that's okay because again, it's going to last your entire life, but it's also going to accomplish that third retirement income goal. And no matter rain or shine, stock market going up or stock market going down, you can rely on that income source. So in an ideal retirement income scenario, you've got Social Security, but then that second layer of the pyramid is another form of fixed income. Now, if you don't have a pension, you might want to work with your certified financial planner and find another source of this, right? This could be a dividend withdrawal strategy, maybe a guaranteed income withdrawal strategy, a bond ladder strategy, something like that that is paying out a fixed amount of income. Now, it might adjust for inflation, and it might not last your entire life, but another layer of fixed income, if you don't have a pension, is a key ingredient. And then finally, the top of the pyramid, the top of the retirement income pyramid, is a sustainable withdrawal from your retirement portfolio, from your investment portfolio. And again, thinking back to those 3 goals, this withdrawal from your retirement portfolio, should, hopefully, if it's sustainable, should, through math, last as long as you need it to, right? And you should be able to do that work with your certified financial planner. Not the G word, not guaranteed, but you should be able to run the numbers and ensure that it's a sustainable withdrawal amount so that the dollars will last as long as you need them to. Second, there should be an inflation adjustment component. Your investment portfolio should be able to keep up and outpace inflation as long as you've got the investment strategies dialed in right, you're taking the right level of risk. And that doesn't mean you're taking a high level of risk. No, that's not appropriate, but you should be taking some risk so that you can keep up with or outpace inflation. And then the third goal with the top of the pyramid, your withdrawal from your investments is that, well, you're going to get a consistent amount, whether the market's going up or experience some volatility. That can be solved for as well. Normally, a withdrawal from your investment portfolio, say you're using a target date fund or you've just got a diversified mix and you're withdrawing a little bit out every single month. Well, if your portfolio goes down, you've got a choice, right? During the inevitable bouts of volatility, you've got a choice. Well, do you just keep withdrawing the same amount? Many people do because they're not realizing the sequence of return risk. Or do you say, well, geez, if I withdraw the same amount, I've got to sell even more shares when their value is low. No, maybe I should, sell less or withdraw less, something like that. You can avoid that entire kind of conundrum there by stratifying your investments within your retirement portfolio based on, well, when are you going to need the money? And doing that, we call it the personal pension plan, but it's a buckets of money approach. Doing that where you're just drawing out of your investment portfolios, but out of low risk investments ensures that, well, rain or shine, whether the market's going up or market's having a bout of volatility, you're still able to withdraw a consistent amount. So that's the retirement income pyramid, an ideal retirement income pyramid. A base of Social Security, another layer of fixed and guaranteed income if it's available to you or if you can create it yourself, and then topped it off with a sustained withdrawal from your retirement portfolio. Are those the 3 ingredients to your retirement income plan? And do you have a retirement income plan? Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.